That's not the answer. The answer is, this is why Halal Food Authority has always said that the butchers should be trained. Just like we have said, caterers should be trained as well. How often it does happen that the Muslim marriages, Muslim occasions and everything else, these caterers are working now, and by the way, I can tell that we have got so many friends that every marriage, every wedding of a Muslim boy and a girl would have an invite for about 400 to 500 people. Can you imagine when they make things of milk, like those puddings? They do the start of the chicken, they don't know how to thaw those legs. That's the reason that halal is getting the bad name. Not because of the reason they started off on the stunning or non-stunning. These are the issues that we should be touching on more as well, and working on more as well. So, they have to be trained. Either they are the butchers or they are caterers. Because, and then we have to come on the other side of halal. The progress has been made in schools, prisons, hospitals. Recently I was summoned by a borough council, and they said, it is being said that Halal Food Authority authenticated meat is not halal. The reason was given that we are saying that stunning can be done. Slight stunning or stunning is not the issue. We are on record for saying, either on television or on radio or in press, and our website says that no stunning to kill. So we are actually abiding by that Islamic injunction of that the animal is not dead prior to slaughter, all the flowing blood has been drained out, and the Muslim does the rendition. So where does this come from to say that Halal Food Authority approved or authenticated meat and poultry is not halal? Because they have some interest in it. I can give you the example of that. The supermarket which was called Safeway at one time, and it has been taken over by another supermarket now, Morrison's. When they had launched Halal Food Authority approved meat, poultry and beef, there was an organization in north of England, I'm not going to name them at all. They invited the officials, the directors of Safeway to their offices, and they said, how and what you're doing. They said the Halal Food Authority is approving it, and these are the modus operandi that they have applied, and etc. etc. The slaughterhouses are there, the motion plants are there, transportation is this way, and Mr. Khwaja has done many seminars with us, and this is the book by which we are operating. That was the operation manual they gave. So they asked, do you have any problem with Halal Food Authority's approval? I said, no, not at all. But why have you asked us to come here? We just wanted to know how it is done. The question was asked, how much do you pay to Halal Food Authority? That was a very daring question, and I think it's the right question in the modern terminology. The finance has to be discussed first. The answer came from these directors to say, we don't pay anything to Halal Food Authority. We have asked Mr. Khwaja to invite us for the seminars which he has done with us, and he's saying that I don't think that we want to invite you. So you don't pay anything? No, nothing. So they said that, okay, what we will do, that we will bring this into a tripartite occasion, and we will invite you to London, and Halal Food Authority will be invited, you will be invited, we will be sitting there trying to see the progress. The answer, you have guessed, they would not come. They didn't come when they asked to come to London to their offices. Why? Because they could not say at the time that if you are paying £1 to Halal Food Authority, we will be able to do that better than that for 80p. Halal Food Authority is not to make money. We have got slaughterhouses, we have got providers of halal food and items to whom we have given what you would term as associate membership, so that they can, if there is a start-up business, they can develop their own businesses. Sometimes we have waived the fee altogether. This is one of the reasons Halal Food Authority does not take money from any individual. any organization or the government bodies. We have had so many calls from the government related bodies to say we have that much fund, would you like to apply for it? We would not like to apply for it, because we want to see that halal, whatever regulatory way we can do, in the endorsement and authentication we can do in accordance to the Islamic jurisprudence, rather than if we take any donation from anybody, then we will be prone to be singing their songs. We do not want to do that, and that's why I would say the Halal Food Authority for the last 14 years, over 14 years now, that we have been successful not only nationally but internationally. I was saying to you that I was invited by the Borough Council. Why? They were being misled. They know that Halal Food Authority is doing work in a trustworthy way, in a transparent way, in a way that anybody can come and check the what and how we are doing it. Contractually, they are obliged to work with us, those who are the endorsees of ours. And I would always say to you in favor of the science and technology, yes, we do not stay there 24 hours a day on the shop floor, but what we have got is this majority of these slaughterhouses have got computers. The computer before it is fed can be changed. The information on the computer before it is fed can be changed. But once the printout came out, there's nobody to change that. And that is the work of Halal Food Authority. Transparent, open, honest. So, this was the progress so far to say that what we had in ups and downs. What had to be done, what is being done, and how it is being done. Let me put it to you the other way as well. If I see the wages paid to Halal Food Authority staff, and there are very many volunteers there as well, none of the people who are working there would say that they are not worth 4 times the money, but they are really honest people working there. Why? Because if we charge more to the endorsee, the product would be prone to be expensive. Yes or no? It would be. And this is one of the reasons that Halal Food Authority is saying, look, we should be thankful to these providers. They are providing us these things. They don't have to have the halal trade. We know that over 75% of providers in UK alone are non-Muslims. Where are the Muslims, those who can actually do that? Why don't they come into it? Why is it they are only becoming critiques of that? Come and tell us how it is done, why and what has to be done. So, important point is this, that the progress of halal in UK is much more nicer. In my travels I found that I was invited on behalf of Halal Food Authority by the Egyptians as well. Did you know something? I can tell you now, after 3 years, I could have put that on our website. In that Muslim country, the halal methodology is not humane. I said to the organizers at the time, they were deputy director of the Al-Azhar University and they were chief veterinary officer of the Egypt as well. I said at the time, now from today, in Cairo, I'm not eating meat. Because what I have seen in the slaughterhouses does not coincide to halal dictum at all. In England, in UK, with the help of that regulation which I mentioned, with the help of all those